Hello everybody, welcome back to Fenton Forest Farm with me, CWATTYESO, here on this lovely in-game Sunday morning where it is pouring down with rain. Oh, I can never catch a break, can I? Right, silos are emptied. Good. Let's have a quick run round. Bunker, hopefully fermenting. Yes. TMR bunker fermenting, definitely. What are we going to do today then? It's Sunday. We did the harvest of things yesterday. So we've obviously got to do some manure and slurry spready type stuff. We've also got to get the cotton baler emptied, haven't we? I didn't unload it. It's still over here. And then I need to get him parked up with the sugar beet harvesters and stuff and things. So let's get into him. Oh, I'll tell you what, 99%, we might as well empty him. That is perfect. That's like 4 bales off of this field. Don't crash into the bale, please. Thank you. Hold it back up. Right, so we're going to get obviously manure and slurry spread all over these fields, which will be super duper nice, and then we can get them cultivated. I need to get the cotton bales picked up first, don't I? So we'll grab a truck. We'll take the trailer with the. It's got some bales on it still, hasn't it? From when we did the unloady thingy, biggy jiggy jiggy poo. So what I'll do is I'll take the trailer with the bales onto the animal dealership, sell them at the animal dealership. Gives us a little bit of a drive, rather than selling them at the farm windrow. And then come back, grab the cotton bales, and then we're free to come and do the manure and slurry spready type stuff. What I'm not going to do, of course, is get the I'm not going to plant sugar beets, potatoes and that again. I might whack another load of cotton in, because we've only just done the one cotton harvest and it was pretty straightforward with this thing. Helper was able to work quite nicely with it, so I might slap cotton in down here actually, which would kind of make a bit of sense because the cotton harvester does live down here. Plus it's not that far to the spinnery from here. In fact, we can drive straight out there once we've got the bales collected. So that'll work for me. Oh, you're going to tell me you don't fit in there? Are you seriously going to tell me you don't want to fit in my lovely vehicle shed? In which case then we'll park you down the side of it. You've got to be out of the way because I don't want you in the way of trucks. So right, you live there now. Right, truck. We've still got the pot plaster plant, which, by the way, if you've been to the Giants forums in the last day or so, you will notice, as I record this, so Friday the 29th of March, if you've been there, you know, this week, it's mainly since the Anderson DLC's come out, there's a bug in the game with the poplar, with the tree planting machine, where basically, when you come to refill it, it refills obviously from the pallets, But when the pallet is empty and the seeder is refilled, it doesn't delete the pallet from the game. It leaves you with an empty pallet, which people think, well, it's not really that much of an issue, is it? Having an empty pallet? Well, for one thing, you can't get rid of them. There's no way of sort of scrapping them in game or deleting them or selling them or whatever, because Giants obviously fixed the issue of selling pallets back to the store to stop people exploiting fertilizer and seed and stuff like that. So you end up, every time you use a pallet of saplings or pallet of poplars, and of course a lot of people are doing poplars now because of the Anderson bio baler in the DLC, you get left with this wooden pallet, and over time obviously you're going to accrue quite a lot of them. Now for PC players like myself, that's not really an issue. It doesn't really affect us. They're just an untidy thing that obviously will collect on the map and look a mess. However, for the console players out there, it is a real serious issue, because these pallets, wooden pallets, actually take up a slot on your slot count. And if obviously you're not familiar with the console version of farming simulator games, they obviously are heavily limited by the console hardware and the console manufacturers. So you're not able to just run, you know, an unlimited number of mods and have many vehicles as you want in game, and you know, placeables and stuff like that. You are limited on a map by map basis based on obviously the details and content within the map. So you have to be... Why is this not online? I thought the bale barn accepted bales of hay. Does it not accept bales? Why is this having such an issue all of a sudden? I'm driving up here. What? I hate to do it, but they're going to tip off. Oh, one of the bales fell off. Now they're all falling off. Right. I should just unload. They should unload on there. Do, but the trigger point's so freaking ridiculously low again. Why you done that to me, Stevie? Why you done that, Stevie? Why you put the bale thing? Is that one of mine? Oh, that's a decorative one. There you go. You've sold that. Good on you. Right. We're gonna... have cotton bales, I think, next. Cotton modules. So yeah, on the, as I was saying, the poplar planter then, because on consoles you get the slot limit, each of the empty boxes that get left behind now, when you fill the tree planter, produces and leaves a pallet, which requires one slot. So the more poplars you plant on console, the more your slot count is going to get absolutely hammered by these pallets that you can't get rid of, you can't delete, you can't scrap, And of course, this is obviously seen as a bug, because what should happen when you refill the seeder stroke planter tree thing, the pallet should just disappear when it's empty. You know, when you run out of, when you refill the tree planter, or you or it becomes empty, the pallet should just disappear, should despawn. So of course people have took to Giants forums to report this issue, because obviously it's quite a serious one, especially for the console players because of the lack of slot space. And unbelievably, Giants have turned around and said in the post, yeah, we're not going to fix this issue, or well, we will fix it, but not until Farming Simulator 2019. Sorry, 2021. FS21. That's when we will fix the issue with the planter. We're not going to fix it now. We're not doing any more fixes to the game. The game only came out 4 months ago, and they're no longer going to be doing bug fixes. It makes quite a lot of sense now as to why whenever you go on the Giants forum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those cotton bales aren't strapped on properly. Right, here's the spinnery, so we'll go through here. I normally do this with a wool pallet, so it should be okay. Blink. Blink. Holy Jesus. That sure is a lot of cotton bales. 107,000 for cotton. Oh yes. Oh yes, that's the money. We're definitely planting more cotton then. I can get into the field from here, can't I? I can. So yes, very disappointing from Giants and their attitude toward customers and customer service and that, to turn around and say, yeah, we're not going to support a product anymore that we only released 4 months ago. We're not going to do any more fixes. We're not going to do any more patches. You know, we're just going to keep releasing DLC now to fleece you for more money. But we're not going to fix the issues with the game that you're reporting. Every time you submit a bug report now in our bug report threads, all we're going to do is go, sorry, won't fix. Sorry, won't fix. You know? It's absolutely scandalous. I mean, I love playing the game. Don't get me wrong, I love playing the game. I've definitely got my money's worth out of the game with the amount of hours I've spent in it since it released. With the amount of videos I've produced and that, I've definitely got, you know, value for money and entertainment from the game. However, Giants as a company really need to readdress their attitude towards the customers, the paying customers who buy the game and obviously reporting issues and want those issues addressed. Their business model, because let's face it, if you're only going to support a product for 2 or 3 months after you release it, that's pretty poor, and you need to make sure that that product ships in an absolutely flawless, 100% working, you know, order. And lastly, they need to stop this ridiculous practice of, oh yeah, we've got to, you know, we've got to move on to the next game. You know, we're only interested in now in looking at 2021 and obviously the mobile phone version of the game, FS20, that comes out in a couple of months' time. You know, they're the only things we're looking at now. FS19 we're done with, we've moved on from. It's like, yeah, that business model's gotta stop. You really should be supporting a game for its entire lifetime. As long as it's on sale, you should be supporting it, and you should support the customers who have purchased it. Doesn't matter whether it's the day of launch, a day after launch, a week after launch, a month after launch, a year after launch. you know, 5 years after launch, 10 years after launch, you should still support that game and the customers who buy it and pay for it. And it's honestly quite shocking, the attitude of Giants, and especially some of the Giants personnel who post on the forums and respond to these bug threads with their, oh yeah, we're not going to fix it attitude. It's like they really could do with a bit of a guide in how to you know, do public relations. You know, they could do with a bit of a PR lesson. But anyway, that's my rant for the day. We've got to get on to doing the meat and potatoes of the video now, which is going to be the slurry spreading aspect of things. Right. Because it's obviously a rainy day. I wanted to really plant my trees, but we're not going to get that far, are we? Right. Oh, better just check the options screen. Because I noticed a couple of things. Crop destruction is on. Helper manure refill is off. Is on. You know what? I'm going to leave that on. Because we're going to need to do multiple fields, and I'd rather buy the manure at this point in time whilst I'm doing this. Fertilise obviously before we plough stroke cultivate. Then when we come to seed, we get obviously two-stage fertilisation. Saves me having to spray and fertilise the fields then once we've reached the point of the game. Right, I'm going to use courseplay for this because the courseplay does tend to do this job quite well. Fertilise. If I make that 20, meter either side will do for me. Right, field 2, up and down, not going to bother doing anything else. First waypoint, drive course, turn on field is deactivated, all that good stuff. Right, I may actually get to do the tree planting. That's the 6R. I want the 7R on the manure spreader, and I'll go up and let him do field 1. I was also hoping to get the grass cut today, but it's raining. I don't want to cut the grass in the rain. We also need to do some planting and stuff, don't we? I might get the grass sown on, is it field 7? Was that the field I was going to put grass onto? I'm going to put poplars on field 10 with it being smaller, and then I'm going to do the new grass mowing on field 7, aren't I? So I need to get that seeded. What we'll do is we'll get these guys lined up where they need to be. You're going to be on fertilising. You're going to be on maximum. We'll do 20 metres for this one. You're going to be on field 1. Generate course. You're going to do first waypoint. You're going to drive course. Turn on field is going to be deactivated. Everything else is looking okie-dokie. So we'll be spending money on the manure and everything, but I can live with that. Obviously the slurry. Oh, hang on a minute. Do I need to put something else on? I do. He's not buying the digestate, so he's going to run out. Use this helper. There's Jordan and there's Finn. Right. You know what? Have I got my New Holland 7 Series? I have. Right, we'll take that off of park. What's the horsepower on this thing? Can't remember. 313. Right, what seeder can that pull then? Or what planter? Oh, I was going to buy a Condor, wasn't I? I was going to buy a Condor as a backup. Make it nice John Deere colour. Like the look of that. That's 200 grand we're never going to get back. Oh, well, we will, won't we? We will. Oh, I probably should have gone for the Pronto. No, because I've already got small. We've got small seeders. Gone for the Solitaire. Not used one of them before. Anyway. Right, let's get to the map. How's the animals doing anyway? I've not checked on them this morning. Pigs are okay. Sheep are okay. Chickens are okay. Cows need straw and water and total mixed ration, apparently. No, I'm pretty sure I did all that yesterday, didn't I? I spent ages going round. Doing the animals. Making sure they were full. Right, barley, potato. Need grass. We're going to plant some grass over on the field. Open the cover up. Silo is empty. Oh, I've used all my seeds. Gonna have to buy some then. Yeah, that's how it goes, unfortunately. It matches the New Holland tractors now. Spend more money today, gonna buy seed and fertiliser. £12 for seed. £10 for the fertiliser. Suppose I could grab the fast track. Grab the TMR mixer, give the cows their TMR. Grab the water tanker, run round, fill up with water. Close. Cars coming head on. Oh, in fact, the lights are on. It's the light. Oh, the street lights staying on because it's raining. Right, let's get that opened. Right, we're going to do seeding and fertilising. Let's get that a lot smaller. I found this worked really well for me. Headlands, we're going to do around headland passes, we'll do 4 clockwise. Start working up and down. We're going to do racetrack, I suppose. First waypoint, drive course, turn on field is going to be deactivated. You're going to be buying fertiliser. You might be buying fertiliser, that could be a problem. That might get really expensive really fast. Right, the 8R has finished his little course. We need to take him down. Fighting on field 3. Don't think we need to plough field 2. We can just straight up cultivate field 2. Can't we? Go. There's our tree planter. This fella's going to be seeding up and down and left and right and race tracking and everything, so hopefully he should get all the bits. It stopped raining. Ooh, right. Nice to know. Right, you. Big tractor over here. Control T. Take him off the park. Guess what? You've got the lucky straw. You get to use the cultivator. The new one. For the first time on our own fields. That's right. You can go do field 2 for me, as it doesn't need to be ploughed, it just needed to be fertilised. And for this task, I'm just going to hire a normal worker. Who we've got? We've got Alex, we've got Dave, and we've got Mavi, who has crashed. You really are a flipping pain in the backside when you do stuff, tricks like that. It's not helping. I don't want to go in that direction. I want to go in this direction, please. Stupid car. I have to turn the flipping traffic off, aren't I, while I'm doing this? Right, this is not good. He's driving off the blooming fields. Turn on field activated then. Because you're messing up. It's a headache at times with course play, it really is. So Jordan's getting that done. He's getting that done. But he's doing the cultivating quite happily. He's running to the end of the fields. Hopefully so. Watch him, make sure he doesn't miss bits. Gonna need the big plough then to do the fields 3 and 5. Right. Now, I could do this. I've never done poplar planting. So what do we do? So I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I'm just basically going to plant some trees. Don't know if you're supposed to leave a huge gap like this. Between the rows of poplars. First time planting poplars, look. Feeling pretty good at it. Of course, guidance steering makes life a lot easier. $500 is slipping. What's he run into? Let's find him. You've crashed again. You've crashed because you've crashed into the trees. Hmm. I'm still going to crash into the trees. Right, let me just do this little edge down here. Being on field. I'm pretty sure maybe those trees need to come out. Maybe there's a couple of trees there that I need to get rid of. Just possibly. Right, so that's that field done. We need to plough it. Which we'll need D8R for, who's currently slurry spreading. Drive car. Right, so the 7R has... Right, not clear the flipping course. Let's do 6. And see if we can't get him to stay on the field, because he's being a pain in the backside. Oh, where's the start point? Up there. Don't drive off the field. Naughty. Seven R's up here, so he's done. Take him, park him in the shed. That's my 7R got the horsepower required to pull a plough. Or a cultivator. Yeah, it should... I don't know. Not all that great, is it? Horsepower wise, it's 352? It's a bit weak sauce, if you ask me. We'll check the requirements. If I can get a cultivator or a plough on this, then I'll take advantage. And I'll use it. Right, let's have a look then. Wrong screen. We've got, what is it? The Joker is the cultivator. 360, so that's rolled out. 420 for the plough, 400 for that, so no. I can't use this for cultivating. Or ploughing, it has to be the 8R. And of course the T8 is currently on poplar duty. And plenty of really nice poplars, look. Lovely straight lines. Get plenty of poplars in a box. Don't they? Like I say, I've never done these before, so I don't know if I'm planting these right or wrong. I'm sure someone could tell me in the comment section below if I am planting them wrong. Got tree planting goodness going on. Halfway through the pallet as well. Having done about half the field. It's not too bad. These take a long time to grow, by the way, with growth control installed and active. A very long time. I'm talking probably a week or more, a week or so. Over a week before I'll be in a position to harvest these and try our bio baler. We are getting the trees planted on a Sunday. Getting the trees planted on a Sunday. Not that I've actually done tree planting either. Normally I just chop trees down, I don't bother planting them back. That's worked out quite well. I haven't forgot as well, I do have another pallet of poplars up at the store that I need to go and get equipped to my CD box thing here. Let's move that a bit more. This should give me nice bales of wood chips once we're done. So the 8500 has finished slurry spreading. Good. That means we can move on to ploughing now with him. Helper Dave has finished doing what he's doing. I think I've missed a row, haven't I? Looks that way. I can fill that in. So he can go up and cultivate field 1 now. %. This thing's doing a great job planting these little trees. Deliberately leaving slightly big gaps at the field edges to make sure I've got room to turn around once I've got the baler attached. Okay, ticking a boo. There's a train. Choo-choo. I've got to remember there's that hidden bench around here somewhere. Need to avoid that if I can. So we've got poplar trees down here that are going to need, right, I'm going to need to lift up here because that fake tree, that bench is in there. Be driving over that. 6% left on the old poplars. Appears he's done a better job this time. He's not gone driving all over the place. Right, you can stop now. We'll fill it up with digestate ready for the next time I need to slurry spread and fertilise the fields. Get the cultivator shifted back up to the field. Field 1, starting cultivating that. I can bring up obviously the plough down and do the ploughing, and then I can run round and just sort out the animals, and then that'll be Sunday done. So then we'll be ready on Monday to start reseeding, stroke, planting and all that other good stuff. So poplars are planted and in for the first time ever. Can't wait to see how they turn out. I thank everyone who's watched the video and is watching the series up to now and supporting me and the channel. Thank you very much for doing so. If you could go ahead please and click that like button if you haven't already, that would be a great help to me. If you've got any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback, anything at all you want to say, please feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel and you're not currently a subscriber, go ahead, click that subscribe button. It's entirely free, doesn't cost you a penny. So, for Fenton Forest Farm on this lovely Sunday, it is goodbye from me.